Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have a super exciting video. I've been waiting and waiting for this product to come back in stock so I could purchase it to do this video. Now you guys know, I believe it was Jeffree Star who raved and raved about this primer, and it's been out of stock ever since. So it finally came back in stock. I finally found it somewhere and I picked it up to do this video. So if you want to see how I feel about this primer and if this is truly a dupe for a high-end primer, make sure you keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe, turn your notifications on so you never miss a video, and check out my social media. They're here on the page as well as down in the description bar. Let's get started with the video, guys. So first and foremost, I want to mention I do have my one cat in here. He is very talkative, so if you hear him meowing, don't mind him. He's just being himself. But I picked up this primer, you guys. I've been waiting for this for months. Okay, I have been waiting, and it finally, where did I find this at? Oh, I found it at Walmart. That's where I found it. And I've been going to Target weekly and I can't find it anywhere until one day I went to a Walmart and I was like, shut up. So I picked up the new e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Word on the street is that it is a dupe for this very expensive Tatcha Silk Canvas primer, so we're gonna see about that. The packaging, of course, is really cute. It's like black and pink. I really do like that. On the back of the packaging, it says, this perfecting putty primer smooths the skin and preps it with squalane, not sure how you say that or what that means, to help moisturize and grip makeup for all day wear. The velvety texture glides over the skin, smoothing over imperfections for a poreless effect. I think I want to say I paid like $10 for it. Let me look it up online for you guys. Actually, I paid $8 at Walmart for it. That's what it retails for. And e.l.f. is really affordable, you guys. And e.l.f. has been coming out with some major products. I just saw they came out with an e.l.f. pencil that is like the #1 pencil now. So I might have to check that out. If you guys want me to, let me know for sure. Oh my goodness, I can't get it out of the box here. It's like childproof. There we go. So this is the packaging that it comes in. If you compare this to the Silk Canvas primer, they are virtually very similar. The Poreless Putty doesn't have a scent, but the Tatcha Silk Canvas does have a scent to it. Now you can tell in terms of sizing, they are very different. The Poreless Putty one is a lot smaller than the Tatcha. However, the Tatcha is like $50. So $8, $50, that right there explains why they're a lot different in size. With the e.l.f. one, I believe you get 0.74 ounces, and with the Tatcha one, you get 0.7. So you actually get more in this one, even though this one is bigger. You guys can see I've hit pan on this, and it's an amazing primer that I was using for months and months. So yeah, they look identically the same color. The e.l.f. one might be just a tad more like peachy looking, but we are going to see how they feel and how they compare to each other. I'm gonna put the e.l.f. on this side of my face and the Tatcha on this side of my face, and I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we'll get started. All right, I got you guys zoomed in, so I'm first gonna go in with this. Now this feels very nice. As soon as you put your finger on it and you start rubbing it in, it melts right into the skin. Putting it on my skin, it's actually very cooling. I feel like a cooling sensation when I put this on, and it is like a nice silky balmy type of texture, which I actually really like. It does in terms feel very similar to the Tatcha. Since I've used that primer for a very long time, I can tell you from experience they do feel very similar. And like, look, the warmth of your finger just like melts the product, so I do like that a lot. It feels really moisturizing on the skin too. Like, it's not drying out the skin, it's adding a nice hydration to the skin. And again, it has no scent, for those of you that are wondering. So here are the pores on one side. You guys can see, I don't feel like they're minimized really at all, but you can see here are the pores on the primed side, and then here are the pores on the not so primed side. I don't know. I can definitely still see my pores on this side, so I wouldn't say it's 100% pore blurring. But we are going to see how it looks with foundation, because a lot of times when you put powder on a foundation, I feel like that'll just shrink those pores, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go in now with the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and the same thing happens. It melts in your finger, and we're going to put this over here. Now, I can tell you, I feel like the Tatcha one is a little bit thicker than the e.l.f. one, but they honestly do feel same in consistency. I think for both of them, a little bit will go a long way for sure. I know for the Tatcha one, that was the case, so I would think for the e.l.f. one, because they're so similar, that would also be the case. Looking up close on the Tatcha side, I think that I can definitely still see my pores over here as well. I feel like there's not really much of a difference on both sides. I can still see my pores on the Tatcha side. I can still see my pores on the e.l.f. side. So honestly, I don't see a difference between the two. I don't even think you can tell I'm wearing two different primers, to be honest. So we're gonna apply foundation to both sides. I'm gonna go in with the Milk Makeup Foundation. I did put a review up in my last video on this foundation, so make sure you guys check that out. And we are going to blend that into the skin using a beauty blender. So the foundation is blending really good over both primers. Now this foundation, in my last video, I did mention that it blends so fast and so like smooth, and it does not take long whatsoever to blend it. So I'm not surprised that it's blending so fast over these primers, because it did that in my last video as well. So this is what the face is looking like with foundation. I think overall, I don't really think you can tell that much of a difference, but yeah, looking up close, I really don't see a difference in my pores. I think that for the $50 primer, it looks the exact same as the $8 primer. And I love Tatcha. Tatcha and I have, we've messaged back and forth before. I do love their products, and I do support their brand, and I swear by their products. But the same also goes for e.l.f. They have some really amazing products. I think the forehead also looks similar. It is settling into my fine lines a little bit. The foundation, that is, but that goes with every foundation for me. Yeah, overall, when I look at my nose here, I think that the pores look honestly the same. I cannot tell a difference looking at my face up close. So I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup off camera, and I will be right back. All right, you guys, so I am back. I got the full face done. Looking up close with powder and everything on, I don't see that much of a difference. Like, I know I've been saying that, but I really don't. Like, I do not think you can tell that I'm wearing a high-end on one side and a drugstore on the other side. I think that, so like right here on the Tatcha side, you can still see some pores here where the highlight is, and over here on the e.l.f. side, I don't think you can see them as much. On this side, the pores, that is. On my nose, I think on my nose, I want to say I can't really tell a difference. Honestly, I think they did the same thing. Like, I really don't see anything. I think that it's a little bit more dry on this side than on the e.l.f. side, but my nose is also a little bit more dry. Looking at my chin, I have hella pores on my chin, you guys. I think both sides did an amazing job of concealing some of my pores. Would I say that I'm completely poreless? No, I can definitely still see my pores. You know what I'm saying? They're just a little bit smaller, which we all love. If you love putting on makeup, you know that it's not that cute to see every underlying pore over your makeup. So, or under your makeup, I should say. But yeah, guys, honestly, like, I don't see a difference. And that is saying a lot, because I paid $50 for this and I paid $8 for this, and like my skin looks the same for either of them. So if I would tell you, like, if you wanted to know which one I would tell you to purchase, I would tell you to purchase the $8 one, because it literally looks the same as the $50 one, which is so crazy to me. Like, don't get me wrong, Tatcha is hands down an amazing brand, and I will continue to buy their products 100%. But for $8 when I could get the same effect, let's be real here, come on. I would tell you to pick this up. So yeah, I definitely really like this primer. In terms of consistency, they feel the exact same. The Tatcha one just feels a little bit more thick. The e.l.f. one is a little bit darker, but as you can tell, like when you rub it into your face, it melts right into your skin color. It doesn't leave like a cast or anything like that. I think that my face looks really smooth and like photoshopped, it looks like. I don't have a skin smoothing filter on my camera. This is what my face looks like. This is the Tatcha side, and this is the e.l.f. side. I think also both, like the bronzer on both sides, the blush on both sides, and the highlight on both sides, I think they also applied very well. I wouldn't say that one side looks better than the other. I think they both look the same, and I think that they both do the same job, and the only difference is their price. So yeah, you guys, that is it for this video. I know I pretty much kept repeating myself like a broken record, but honestly, this primer, I like it. Like for $8, I don't think you're wasting your money. Now, don't get me wrong, like when you think of pore primers, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't ever want to see my pores. But like, no, most for me, at least for my skin, when I put on pore primers, I can still see my pores, they're just a little smaller. So I don't think you're gonna notice a dramatic difference with either of these primers in pores, but you are gonna notice like a little bit of shrinkage, if that makes sense. So yeah, guys, that is it for the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I love doing dupe videos, and I've been finding a lot more dupes recently for high-end products, so that is awesome. Don't forget to subscribe, turn your notifications on so you are notified every time I upload. I do upload every single week. And check out my social medias, they're down below in the description bar. Let me know if you've tried this, let me know if you've tried this one, and let me know if you tried both and which one you prefer, which one you like more. All right, you guys, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.